Welcome to our journey through one of the most pivotal periods in American history, the civil rights movement of the 1950s and 1960s. This era was a turning point, a crucible of change that left no aspect of American society untouched. This movement was more than just a struggle for equality. It was a fight for the very soul of the nation, a struggle to uphold the principles of justice and liberty upon which the country was founded. At the heart of this movement, we find some of the most iconic figures in American history, individuals who fought tirelessly the tide of prejudice and discrimination, heroes like Rosa Parks, whose courage in the face of injustice sparked a revolution, and Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., whose inspiring words echoed across the nation, igniting a flame of change that burns brightly even today. But it wasn't just about these famous figures. Countless unsung heroes played their part in changing the course of history. Ordinary men and women who, despite the odds, stood up and made their voices heard, demanding justice, demanding equality, and demanding an end to segregation. This is a narrative of triumph, of struggle, and of hope. It's a story that continues even today as the ripples of this movement continue to shape the world around us. And it's a story that we're excited to share with you. So before we dive in, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on our latest content. In the 1950s, the civil rights movement began as a series of grassroots efforts to combat racial segregation and discrimination in the United States. This was a time when America was bubbling with tension, the voices of the oppressed starting to grow louder, demanding equality. The struggle was uphill, the battle arduous, but each step taken, no matter how small, was a step towards justice, a step towards change. One of these important steps was the Montgomery bus boycott. This was not just a display of civil disobedience, but a clear message to the world that injustice would not be silently endured. African Americans, tired of being second-class citizens in their country, stopped using the bus services until they were treated with respect and dignity. This fight for justice continued with the formation of the Southern Christian Leadership Conference. This organization played a crucial role in the civil rights movement, providing leadership, direction, and fueling the spirit of resistance. It held a beacon of hope for those who desired a nation free from racial discrimination. We explore key events like the Montgomery bus boycott and the formation of the Southern Christian Leadership Conference. Martin Luther King Jr. emerged as a central figure in the movement. A charismatic and magnetic leader, King harnessed the power of words and actions to challenge the status quo. He was a beacon of hope for many, rallying the spirits of thousands in their pursuit of justice, equality, and freedom. King's impact became notably visible during the Birmingham campaign. Despite constant threats to his life and liberty, he continued his fight against racial segregation. Birmingham, a hotspot of racial tension, became the battleground for this non-violent struggle. King's profound influence and strategic planning led to the eventual desegregation of Birmingham, making him a national figure. However, it was his "I Have a Dream" speech during the March on Washington that catapulted him onto the international stage. The passionate address, masterfully woven with dreams of a future where racial discrimination was a thing of the past, echoed across the globe. The power of his words, the strength of his conviction, and his unwavering dedication to the cause of racial equality brought international attention to the struggle for racial equality. The movement achieved several significant milestones, including the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965. The former, signed into law by President Lyndon B. Johnson, outlawed segregation in public places and banned employment discrimination on the basis of race, color, religion, sex, or national origin. The signing of this law was a landmark moment, substantially changing the social and political landscape of the United States. The Voting Rights Act of 1965 was equally impactful. It prohibited racial discrimination in voting and secured the voting rights for racial minorities throughout the country, particularly in the southern states. This act effectively removed the legal barriers that had prevented African Americans from exercising their right to vote under the 15th Amendment, 1870, to the Constitution of the United States. These legislative triumphs marked a turning point in the fight against racial oppression. The civil rights movement had a profound impact on American society, shaping the landscape of our nation with its powerful ideals and resolute demand for change. This monumental chapter in American history, which took place in the mid-20th century, was about more than just challenging racial segregation and discrimination. It was about altering the very fiber of American society, about demanding justice and fighting for equal rights for every citizen. What made this movement so impactful were the brave individuals who stood at its forefront, the stories of courage and resilience that formed its backbone. Figures like Martin Luther King Jr., Rosa Parks, and countless others who advocated not only for equality in legal rights, but also in societal norms and attitudes. These people and events of the civil rights movement were not just isolated occurrences. They were a catalyst for a broader, ongoing struggle. The movement disrupted the status quo, prompting a cultural shift that continues to reverberate through the generations. In the years that followed, the impact of the civil rights movement was felt not only within the borders of the United States, but across the globe. Its influence spread, inspiring individuals and movements to stand up for their rights and demand social justice. Today, over 50 years later, we continue to see its impact. The struggle for civil rights, the fight against discrimination, inequality, and injustice continues. We see it in the protests and demonstrations that take place around us, in the ongoing dialogues and debates that challenge and confront societal norms. We reflect on its enduring legacy and the ongoing struggle for civil rights. The echoes of the civil rights movement remind us of the power of collective action, of standing together in the face of adversity, and the continuing need to strive for equality and justice. Thank you for joining us on this enlightening journey through the American civil rights movement. We're thrilled to have you with us as we delve deeper into the rich tapestry of our shared history. As we unravel the threads of the past, we aim to not only inform, but also inspire you. This journey is not just about reminiscing about historical events, but about understanding their impact and significance. The civil rights movement, as you know, was a pivotal chapter in our history that continues to shape our contemporary society. By learning more about this era, we become more equipped to navigate our present and potentially influence our future. This endeavor is continuous, and we're grateful that you've decided to be a part of it. Through our videos, we hope to bring alive the struggles and triumphs of the countless unsung heroes who fought for equality and justice. Every like, every subscription, and every hit on the notification bell adds to the momentum of this educational journey. So please, if you found value in our content, do remember to like and subscribe. Not only does this tell us that you appreciate our work, it also ensures that you don't miss out on our future videos. We have a lot more insightful content lined up for you, exploring various aspects of history, culture, and society. Making history accessible and enjoyable is our mission, and your active participation makes this possible. So, hit that notification bell, be an active part of this learning community, and let's make history together. Stay informed, stay empowered.